Deba inde unu ana mejo hera na ekele unu ebe ọbụla unu nọ na-asị unu ngozi Chineke ga-anọnyere unu ka unu na-ege ntị na radio na place na Miro African Television. We are a mistake of mine, but we are all one, both Radio Biafra and all. We are here for unity, not for division. So ana m asị ngozi ga-adịrị unu dịrị anyị nwa unu nwa na-ege eziokwu na nwa na ewere nguru na ihe niile na-adụpụta ebe niile eziokwu zolere si unu biko unu bifo anyị ga-aga n'ihu ka anyị kpakwa na egwu ejiri mara anyị udo dịrị unu. Greetings, my people. Please welcome to Miro African Television. This place is for unity. We are neutral. It doesn't side to any part of the Biafran group. We are only preaching for our brothers and sisters, for us to come out, unite ourselves, no matter our differences. We are one. May their soul rest in perfect peace in Jesus' name. Greetings, my people. Welcome to Miro African Television. This place is for unity. We are not a group, we are not a union, but we are for Biafrans and Biafrans alone. We are not for nobody, no matter whatever you are. We want everybody, all hands on deck. Let us come together and fight the common enemy. Let us come together and solve the problem. Look, we call ourselves blessed people, the eastern part of Nigeria. We said we are the children of God. Why should those that doesn't believe in what we believe, the great God, be putting us or treating us as slaves? Maybe we have gone contrarily. That's why we said, let us come together, experts of Biafra, experts of Eastern region, special people like our barrister, EMEKA. He's volunteering his own time, leaving all he's doing, just to give us 1 hour to lecture our people the best way forward. God bless you. Let's welcome our brother, Barrister EMEKA EMEKESIRI. Please welcome to our show.
Thank you, Zebedi. I don't know what I'm going to do to you.
You see how that's my tongue.
Call me EMEKA EMEKESIRI. I think I'm going to arrest you.
Sorry, sir. That's my tongue. Oh, EMEKA.
EMEKA EMEKESIRI. What is wrong with your tongue?
Okay. Sorry, sir. Yes. Yes,
so it's an Igbo word. I don't know why it's so difficult for you to pronounce EMEKESIRI. If you mispronounce it again, I will come and arrest you.
It will cost me something. It will cost you something.
I thank you very much, Zebedi, and all the Biafrans all over the world who are listening to this program and who are participating. Yes, like the presenter has said, we want unity of all Biafrans. We have actually built the platform for unity. We have actually laid the foundation for unity. And we are praying that God will make every one of us understand the need for unity and stop fighting against yourselves. You see, the spiritual principle stands. A house divided against itself can never stand. So let us team up. even if you don't believe in the legal methodology we are using, that is the legal methodology that consists of the judicial process, the diplomatic process, and the political process, even if you don't believe in this, you can still love us. Love us. Even if you think we are your enemies, but we are not. The Bible even says that you should love your enemies. Is it not true? So let us love, let us be united, and fight the common enemy. You are welcome, my brothers and sisters. Thank you for a day like this. I hope that today is going to be very fruitful. God bless you. You are very much welcome. Thank you.
Please, Barrister, I saw the name of a special person from our neighboring brother, the riverine area. I saw the name of Asare Dokobo. Tuning in to Middle African Television. Please, let's welcome him. His brother, my senior brother, and a brother. And also a freedom fighter. Please welcome to our platform. We are not a group. We are only here to send out the good message, because I personally believe that we should not throw all our eggs in one place. You know, we should be working as one and coming from a different dimension, so that we'll be able to penetrate. If the first group didn't penetrate, the second group will. We should not focus only one place. When we are, when they finish that area, we are finished. But if we open different doors, when America is going to war in Iraq, they said that they opened 7 fronts that Saddam could not even counter. If they open only one front, Saddam will focus on that front, but they open 7 fronts. Barrister, please add something to it. God bless you.
My brother Asare Dokubo, Al-Hajj Asare Dokubo, I greet you very much. I understand that you are listening into this program. Thank you for joining in. You're a man I respect so much, and I pray that God will continue to strengthen you with wisdom and understanding and knowledge to continue in this fight. By the grace of God, we shall overcome one day. Thank you very much. Yeah, Zebedi, you said something. What do you ask me any question?
Let me start again in terms of unity, because I believe that it's only unity that will give us what we are looking for. As you just put in prayers, that God said you should love your enemy. Even though people doesn't love the way we are doing our things, but they should have the love of actualizing that nation, Biafra. A brother calls in last time. He said, even though the devil offers him Biafra, he will take it. Am I a devil? You are not one. So devil is more dangerous than all of us. Why are they rejected? They should not. They should not. Let me put it that way. Please drop in before I have made a mistake. Sorry. Continue, sir.
Yeah, that is it. Yes, we are emphasizing on unity, because without unity, we cannot succeed. It is lack of unity that is making, in fact, love. Let me say love. If you love your brother, you will not try to destroy him. You will not tell lies against him. You will not pull him down if you love your brother. You will not tell lies and manipulate situations against him if you love. I think the major problem is lack of love. Where you are competing with each other, you're trying to put someone in disadvantage in order to increase. That is not love. It's wickedness. You know, trying to match on somebody's head in order to rise. It's wrong. You see, the earth is large, the heavens are large, and all the birds of the air, they fly without colliding against each other. So we have wide environment, wide horizon. Every person can soar, every bird can fly and soar, you know, according to your God-given talent and skills. Nobody is taking what belongs to you. If God has given you wisdom, knowledge, understanding, or any talent, nobody can take away your talent. So go ahead and shine in your talent. but don't try to destroy other people. We're all working towards one thing. So with this mindset, if you can have this mindset that we are working towards one goal, we're actually working in synergy. I usually use the football team as an example. You see, when you are playing football, there is a captain or team leader, and he stations people in different wings. He knows your capability. He says you play the right wing or right fullback or left fullback or center, or they just put you, and this person will be the goalkeeper. He now puts all of you in your positions. And now when the match starts, you see how the players will be moving, passing the ball from one to the other.
Coordinating everything without any clash.
Exactly. When the opponent, if you are with an opponent and it's becoming difficult, you pass the ball to the next person, who now takes it, passes to the next person, and they continue passing it, going to the enemy's camp until they now pass the ball to someone who is at a strategic position to strike into the goalpost. And then everybody will say, "It's a goal," and they rejoice. Who has won now?
The
whole team.
The whole team, not one person.
It's a teamwork.
Yes.
It's a teamwork. Because if this man didn't pass the ball to this one, he couldn't have scored the goal. So that is how it is in this thing we are doing. This Biafra project, it is a teamwork. It is a relay race. It's not time yet for you to crown yourself as the president of Biafra. We have not yet reached there. Or crown yourself as prime minister of Biafra, or commander-in-chief, or supreme leader of Biafra. It is not yet time. Let's continue moving until we pass this ball to the person who will strike it into the goal post. Like I told you when I started, or either yesterday or 2 days ago, that my team, that those working in my team, because at the moment now, Biafran struggle is like teamwork. People have different teams now they work with. Yes, I think that is even better. Let us work as teams. So every team, team A, team B, team C, all we are working towards the same, achieving the same thing, the same goal. So I say that my team is going into phase 2 project, phase 2, Biafra project phase 2, and that when we establish this phase 2, which will culminate in creation of Biafra within Nigeria, just like you have Scotland within Britain, we'll get to a point where Biafra will have its own parliament in Nigeria. You will see Biafra clearly identified as a territory within Nigeria with our own parliament, just like you have even in Catalonia now. Catalonia have their own parliament. They can, in fact, recently they have even passed their own bill.
Yes.
So we will also have our own Biafran parliament within Nigeria, just like you have Scotland. That there is a state. This thing step by step. So we will definitely have Biafra within Nigeria, first step. And that Biafra within Nigeria will now have power to pass law and even pull out, and if they want to. But there is something, by the time you get to that stage, you may even find out that people will now begin to think, is it better to pull out or to stay? Just like Scotland. You know, Scotland has conducted referendum many times and they failed.
Yes.
Yes. Because at that stage, people will now begin to, weigh the pros and cons. Is it better for us to remain, or is it better for us to pull out? By the time you know it, some people may say, okay, we are, in fact, staying in is as good as going out. So what are we even losing? If you are staying, you are still getting everything you want. You are now governing yourself. You are governing yourself. You are on your own. That is, you are no longer being ruled by the Northerners and Westerners. Then what are you doing now? Why are you pulling out? So at that stage, people are comfortable. They are happy. Whichever decision they want to take. At least at that stage, we will now be known as a people called Biafrans who are able to organize and manage themselves and govern themselves as a people. So that even if we want to pull out at that time, we will pull out. But that is the third stage of pulling out. We don't know who will get to that level. I don't know whether I will be there or whoever will be used at that stage. But the stage where we are now is where we are being used, and I'm part of it. I'm part of the players in this stage of phase 2 project. And I'm preaching this gospel. I want every person to follow in this phase 2 project, and let us create Biafra first within Nigeria. Then, Oto
the barrister, the man wuchule. Greetings, barrister. You have said it all. Look, my people, we have nothing to lose. What are we looking for? We are looking for Biafra. Are we looking for somebody? Are we looking for Chief, Ichie, Nze, and other people? No. We are looking for our own nation. That's why Mirror Africa, did you hear that word? Mirror Africa is here to mirror yourself. When looking at this place, you'll be able to learn something that you have forgotten. Ask yourself, what do I want? Before I do preach that we should use all the whole forces we have to press the Nigerian government to accept federalism. Some people kick against it. We should keep it until we get Biafra. Then we will start practicing federalism in our territory. But forgotten that if Nigeria accepts federalism, you're already an independent man under one umbrella. That you can, as Barrister is saying, decide to pull out tomorrow and go, and nobody can hinder you. Now, some people are still misunderstanding that word, ruling yourself under the umbrella of Nigeria, having your own parliament. Look, Catalonians, we're supposed to be copying, following the footsteps of the international communities, how they do their things, not creating things in backyard and feeding ourselves. That is the truth. It's not the truth. The truth is open. And if you go to Catalonia, you will notice that there are various chambers fighting for Catalonian independence. But all of them focus to get their independence. Catalonia have their parliament. They have their police, national anthem, their own flag, their own identity, territory that they call their own, legal under European and international law.
They are still in Spain.
It's still in Spain under the Spanish government.
Still in Spain.
And Spanish government is not killing them. Spanish government is not stepping hard on them.
Yeah, if you follow due process,
nobody they are following due process. Do you know why I'm annoyed at times when I start talking array? When I see the young youths that we are, look, here in Europe, as I'm sitting here now, I'm an African. If I daily do like this now, somebody will call a doctor. Up to 3, 4, 5 doctors and ambulance will rush to save an African that my government in Nigeria doesn't even know me. But the Germans will rush to take care of my heart. That is because I'm using things that they use to identify due process. These boys dying on the street can become governors that can rescue and solve the most strongest mathematics, maybe Janus, that will be the largest computer in Biafra land. But they have been massacred due to lack of what? Knowledge.
It's terrible.
It costs us nothing to open 1, 2, 3, 4 channels to respect each other. Calm down. It's not yet over. We have not yet started. Ask yourself, what have we achieved? We have only achieved to enlighten.
Awareness. We have achieved awareness.
Enlighten people. Awareness. That's the only thing we have achieved now.
Yes.
Have you asked yourself what next?
Exactly. Exactly.
What next is supposed to be the question. If you see that the first mathematics is done, you mark it good and ask your teacher, what next?
Good.
And those who has the talent, as I listened to what Asade Dokubo said, I don't know which day he made that video. He said, let me call him. He said, Owazurike, Nnamdi Kanu, calm down. Stop fighting each other. Now is the time to do what? Unite. To fight the common enemy facing us. We have nothing at hand. from 90s to death. Awareness is only awareness that are we going to eat? No. Our enemies are putting structures on the ground. What all of us are fighting each other to get. The Northerners we call the Mumu, the lazy people, the uneducated people have organized themselves and form a de facto government under Nigerian umbrella.
Exactly.
Called Sharia.
The Sharia government. Sharia government. Yes.
Are you not ashamed of yourself?
They have police. They have Sharia police.
They have
both
everything that you
because
use to run a nation.
Their House of Assembly, their houses of assembly passed the bill into law.
Why did they pass it? Because they solved their mathematics. They entered inside bedroom with their politicians, the teachers, the people on the road, ordinary citizens of the Northerners came together and ironed things out, and their bill was passed. Igbos, Eastern region, Biafrans, why can't you work with your brother? Why won't you stop insulting our politicians? You will need them tomorrow.
Yes.
Our people, sorry that I will use these proverbs in Igbo language. Igbo says, on actually one
oh yeah, it's true.
You know? Because not because you are belly food today, you said that destroy that kitchen. Forgetting that in the next 2 minutes, hungry will catch you. We need the politicians to move forward. We want referendum. We want either you give us date for referendum or no election. Good and fine. But who will activate that referendum for you? If I may ask.
Yes. Who debated in the House of Assembly?
Yes.
Who debated?
Is it you on the street that will activate referendum? As you people normally says, United Nations will come and host it for us. Look at Israel. Look at a lot of countries that want to pull out of their nation. Where is United Nations? Have you asked yourself? They call them United Nations, but there are things that are not abide, right? That they don't have the mandate to dictate for any nation.
Yeah. Every nation is sovereign.
United Nations is independent.
Sovereign. Every nation is sovereign. So they respect sovereign nations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before United Nations can come in, it's only when they are coming for peacekeeping. For instance, if there's war in Nigeria now, war to an extent, not every like any type of war to an extent that Nigeria can no longer handle. You know, such is there will be a proportion. There is a level of massacre that eventually the UN may come in for peacekeeping. But like you know, in international politics, when they are coming, all the countries that are coming, they will have their eyes on the resources of the people.
That is it.
So when they come in to keep peace, with one hand they are trying to keep peace, with the other hand they are trying to plunder the resources of the people.
And for them to pull out is another problem.
It's
better for us to avoid war and follow the due process and follow Nnamdi Carlos awareness too, and follow Wazirike's awareness too. We all need each other. We need each other. We need the politicians. You understand? Respect them.
I think the problem is leadership torso. Because right now in the Biafran struggle, some people have made themselves the leaders of Biafra when Biafra has not yet been actualized. I mean, it has not been restored. You hear people making announcements like the one who declared himself president of Biafra and ran away, and the one that went to take control of broadcasting corporation with the radio station in Enugu, and then got into fight with the police, and I think they succeeded in either killing one police and police killing their own or something, and he went to prison, and eventually I think he has been released, and then recently also he now announced again that he has also formed the Biafra government or interim government, and he has become the Biafra president, and he has appointed some commission ministers and things like that. So you now see among the Biafra activists, some of them claiming to be president of Biafra and so on. And that is the problem. Their eyes are already on the post of who is the president, who will be the president of Biafra, who the prime minister, who will be the supreme leader, who will be commander in chief, and they are killing themselves over this thing. And let me tell you, it may even happen that all these people struggling over the leadership may not even be alive when the thing will happen. Because we don't know tomorrow.
Nobody.
Yeah, so these people that are struggling over who is the president of Biafra, who is the supreme leader of Biafra, commander-in-chief of Biafra, who knows tomorrow? They may not be alive when Biafra will be restored. Who knows tomorrow? So why don't we humble ourselves? Humble yourself. The spiritual principle is there, that he who exalts himself shall be reduced, shall be abased. But he who humbles himself shall be exalted. Is it not the spiritual principle? So why are we always haughty, very naughty, very arrogant, and it doesn't help? Let us build something. Let's lay foundation that even if not in our own time, our children will get it. You know, there's a kind of foundation we will lay that even if we don't get independence in our lifetime, the foundation has been laid and our children will get it. Now, sometimes I ask people, how was it possible for the Israelites to be in Egypt for 430 years and still maintain their identity, their indigenous identity as Israelites, as Jews? I'm not talking about 100 years, 430 years. That is the 5th generation. That is the 5th generation. Assuming you give each generation 100 years. 400 generation, and then the 30th year, the youngest man is 30 years old. That is the 5th generation. So, how were they able to maintain their indigenous identity as a people living within Egypt? And mind you, all of them were Egyptians by birth, Egyptian by citizenship, because they were all born in Egypt.
Yes.
They were all born in Egypt. That is 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation, 4th generation, 5th generation. They were all born in Egypt. They were regarded as Egyptians. If you read the Bible, you will see even where in the wilderness where Moses met the daughters of Jethro. When they went home to report to their father, they said, an Egyptian helped us. Because he dressed like an Egyptian, he spoke Egyptian language. He was, of course, you know, Moses was trained as an Egyptian soldier also, was a prince.
Yes, he's a military man, yeah.
Yeah, he was brought up in the court, in the Pharaoh's court. He was actually adopted as a son of Pharaoh by the daughter. You know. So they were all brought up as Egyptians. But they maintained their indigenous identity as the Jews, as Israelites. How were they able to sustain it from generation to generation until the 5th generation that now got independence? Because they laid the proper foundation.
Yes.
And they were passing this message from generation to generation, maintaining that their identity.
But Barrister, another people that keep this history is our riverine brothers. You know one thing? They are good in transferring history to their children, more than our own.
Yeah.
I do ask, because before that I was running this program, our people were saying that the River State people still seize their property and do this and do that, which I now start digging into. Ask, even I created a reconciliation forum to reconcile between the riverine and mainland brothers. A lot of issues pop up. A River State guy made me to understand that Igbos are novice, young ones like us, that them themselves still know the history, the thing that made their fathers to go against Ojukwu during the war. Even the problem wasn't within Ojukwu, the problem started during the time of Zeke. But our people has thrown the whole thing away and ride on, let's go. But those that keep the history, see, keep it, and keep on flogging our people until you come down to hear from them. You understand?
I don't know the history they got, because another problem with history is that somebody may tell you a story, and if you don't verify it, you think it is correct, and you hold it tenaciously. You hold it tenaciously, and you swear even over your head that this is correct, that you had it from your father, without knowing that even your father told you a lie. Your father may not even know that what he was telling you was a lie, because he had it from someone and believed it. So that's the problem. I don't know the story that
okay, let me give you just a hint. Okay. During the time Zeke was fighting for Nigerian independence.
Yes.
Do you read something about a River State man in Enugu State preaching for or agitating for the independence of Eastern region by then?
Independence of Eastern region.
Yes.
From Nigeria.
From Britain.
Oh, independence of Eastern region from Britain.
Yes.
Not independence of Nigeria from Britain.
No, Zeke was agitating for independence of Nigeria from Britain, but he is in Enugu agitating for Eastern region independence from British. Even British wanted to give them that independence, and Zeke blocked everything. Even the Hausas and Yorubas sent Zeke come to Enugu and push him out and tell him that he's not an Igbo man.
No, I haven't had such a story that.
Okay.
I haven't had a story that someone that before Nigerian independence, that while Zeke was agitating for Nigerian independence, there was somebody agitating
from River Rhine.
From River Rhine,
yes.
Agitating for independence of Eastern region.
Yes.
No, I have not had that.
That is where have anybody explained the cause of this loophole that made Hausa to penetrate from the River Rhine? What makes them to turn against Ojukwu?
Well, so many stories have been told about the war. So many stories have been told. But whatever made them to turn against Ojukwu in the middle of the war, I will still say they were all the people together who gave Ojukwu the mandate. Remember the Eastern Consultative Assembly, that the whole Eastern region, the chiefs, the leaders, all of them mandated Ojukwu to declare that independence. So for us to now to hear that they turned around against him and accusing him of one thing or the other.
They did not accuse Ojukwu. Look, do you know why I raised this topic, Barrister? No. It's because of this unity that we are preaching. Even today, we are now hearing some news coming from River Rhine. You did not consult us, you did not ask us, but you are putting us into your map.
Now let us trash that thing properly.
Okay.
I had to hear such accusations because I remember that in the Eastern Consultative Assembly, all parts of the old Eastern region were represented. All parts. All. So who is now saying they were not consulted? I hate to hear such things.
Now, the map of Biafra that is being drawn, a lot of criticism is popping up that
who is drawing a map of Biafra now?
You are asking me a question. Biafra
yes, because it is wrong. Whoever draws map of Biafra now is wrong. I have been telling people that there's a due process of doing things. Any map you draw now will be disputed.
Okay.
You go to your backyard, you draw a map and put some state. They will say, "Did you consult us?" That's how it will be. Any map drawn now to say this is a map of Biafra is wrong.
Okay.
I don't understand why people cannot understand simple thing. Biafra has been established as a people living within Nigeria, but the delineation, that is the geographical, the territory, the delineation has not been made yet. But we have a sustainable population and a sustainable territory. But the actual delineation of the territory has not been made. That was why the originating summons I filed in the court, I defined it because they wanted me to define the people I was representing in the court, the people I refer to as indigenous people of Biafra. Of course, I don't blame Nigerian government. They wanted, okay, who are the people you represent? Where do they stay? In which territory? And see how I defined it. I said my clients, described as indigenous people of Biafra, occupy 3 contiguous regions, namely the southeast, then parts of south-south, and parts of middle belt. That's how I defined it.
Okay.
I defined it that way because I went back and took the ancient map of Africa, and I saw that the inhabitants, how in the present Nigeria, where they are now located in a 3 contiguous regions. In fact, we extend beyond Nigeria even to
Cameroon and Congo. Yes, I know that.
Yeah, even to Cameroon, even to some formerly called it is now called Bioko in Equatorial Guinea. You know, it was called Fernanda Po in those days.
Veranda Polo, yes.
Veranda Polo. Fernando Po. But now it's called Bioko. You know, so we extend to such areas, but those that are within Nigeria now occupy the 3 contiguous regions I have just mentioned, but without drawing the map yet. But we know where they are located.
But Barrister, don't you think that we are in the same in position like the Kurdistan? That the Kurdistan in the world, that the whole nation tiered one part of us. And every country is afraid to give independence to one because it will generate the other ones, you know?
That's why we have to start from Biafra within. Let's start with Biafra within.
Yeah, you want to start with Biafra within, like Kurdistan now. Turkey is afraid that if Kurdish in Iraq get independent, it will activate the one in Syria. The one in Syria will activate the one in Turkey. You know?
No, what I'm saying is this. Look at what I'm saying. If we start with Biafra within, which means that Nigeria will still be one Nigeria, right?
Yes.
But the people will now organize themselves according to their indigenous identities, those that are compatible. For instance, it is clear that the Easterners are not compatible with the Northerners in their ways of life, their mannerism, their philosophy, their culture, their religion. They are not compatible. But those in the East, whether the entire East or even with South, they are compatible. They can live together. But when they live together now, they work out the way they will live. Even among us in Biafra land, we are still autonomous. Do you know of course, in Biafra land, in Igbo land, every community is autonomous community. Is it not true?
Yes, it's true. Yes.
Yes. Why? Because we like autonomy. And that reminds me, when I visited the elders of Ibibio, I went to Akwa Ibom State. I had a meeting with them. They told me what happened. They said that before Ojukwu died, he visited them and told them that the new Biafra would be a union of 3 nations: the Ibibio, the Ijo, the Igbo. That is, in fact, they said the 3 eyes. The 3 eyes. That is the Igbos, Ibibios, Ijos. That it will be a united state of Biafra, where each of these 3 nations, each one is a nation of its own, autonomous, governing itself within the United States of Biafra. And that each nation, like Igbo, Ibibio, Ijo, will have its own president. But there will be a central
government
with a kind of nominal presidency. Not, it's like devolving power to the the three nations.
Yes.
So that the central government will not be powerful. It will not
Like in German.
Is that how it's
Every state is independent and have their own president that represent them in the central body.
So if such a thing happens, we can now leave every person on your own. The Igbos, you govern yourself. The Jaws, you govern yourself. The Ibibios, you govern yourselves. Then we now agree on a certain percentage of tax you pay to the central government to maintain central duties. There may be some, of course, we have common currency, which will be central. We may have common army or common immigration. Certain things will now be designated as central, while the nations now govern themselves. So there's a way you can work it out among yourselves, and nobody will complain. Nobody is taking your resources. In Igbo land, for instance, every village knows its own boundary, knows its own resources. We don't go collecting other people's things. So these people that say the Igbos want to take their oil, who told you? We don't even rely on oil, even though every part of Igbo land has oil. I'm from Njaba. Njaba is now the largest oil well now in Njaba, largest oil block, oil field. This one from Canada, Canadian company is one drilling that one. So every part of Igbo land has oil, but we don't rely on oil. Relying on oil makes you lazy. It makes you lazy. We have our brain. We create things. We excel without relying on oil. So these people that say they want to take our oil, that's a false propaganda. The Igbos don't rely on oil. So, but then the thing is this: in the new Biafra, every region control your things 100%. Every village control your things 100%. Anything you have, control it 100%. There's nothing like coming to take what belongs to you in the name of federal government. We don't believe in that.
Barrister, let me call you away a little bit from this this side that we are talking now. Why do we want to leave Nigeria for the first place?
Okay, that's a good question. Some of these people that are agitating for independence of Biafra, if you ask them this question now, they may not know what to say. But first, Nigeria has not been fair to us in the first place.
Okay.
Marginalization, discrimination, hatred, persecution. I think we have suffered. I don't know how to describe the level of persecution and injustice and discrimination and marginalization and maltreatment we have suffered in Nigeria.
But other tribes in Nigeria, are they not passing through the same thing? Why our own is so special?
Because we are special. We are special. Let me answer it. Say, why is our own so special? Why do they particularly persecute us? The fact is that someone may do something and go free. If an Igbo man does it, he will not go free. Someone in the north or west can do something and go free. An Igbo man does it, or Igbo woman does it, he will not go free. Persecution is so much that to even answer an Igbo name attracts persecution. Yes, I had friends, in fact, they are still my friends. I remember one of them from Rivers State who went to law school with me, and we graduated together, called to the bar the same day. So I was asking him why he has an Igbo name, and he speaks Igbo. He's from Ikwere. He speaks proper Igbo, just like every Igbo man speaks the Central Igbo, but then you still have your own dialect, your village dialect. So he told me that they know that they are Igbos, but because of persecution, they decided to deny their Igbo identity.
Oh my God.
That he himself suffered so much. He was a policeman. that he suffered so much. He was not promoted. His juniors from other places, were promoted above him. He suffered. He was maltreated so much because of his.
We have a call on the line, please. Please
So,
don't forget the quote because we continue. Let me.
I will continue. Yes, I'll continue.
Hello, they call on the line. Good day. They call on the line. Good day. Can you hear me? Here is Miro African Television.
Yes, I can hear you, Brother Zebedi.
What's your name and please where you're calling from?
My name is Osi Indeji. I'm calling from Canada.
Osi, welcome, please.
So, yeah. How are you guys today?
Fine. Thank God.
Okay. I was listening to your program, and I want to keep small light on. There was a question you asked Barrister, but before I go on, let me say I thank you for your work, and thank EMEKESIRI also for bringing his time. It's not easy. Even though I don't agree with him on his own side of the Biafra, but what's important to me is that Biafra is restored. I'm more on the Nnamdi factor. Anyways, but what made me to call this morning is about the question you asked him. He said he doesn't know anything about that concerning.
It's like you are a little bit far from your microphone or your phone.
Okay, can you hear me better?
Yes.
Okay, so I said the reason I am calling this evening is to show more light on what I know about the question you asked the barrister concerning if you know anybody from the Riverine area that was fighting for the liberation of Eastern Nigeria from the British, right?
Yes.
I think that thing. I don't think the man was fighting for Eastern region. But anyways, what happened is that Eyoita was the name of this person. Eyoita. He won an election that was held in Eastern Nigeria. He won that election to govern the Eastern Nigeria, whereas Ojukwu was the head of opposition of the Western part of Nigeria. But what happened was that when Zeke went to Lagos or the Western part to take the position, and he was chased out. Then he had lost ground in the Western part of Nigeria. Then he came back and chased Eyoita out of that office, and that was the original problem with our people and the Riverine area. But anyway, the Zeke who did this, our people from the Riverine area, if they look at it critically, we don't support this man because he's a contributor to our problem today because of his, this is my personal opinion anyway, because of his policies and the way he understands things. He likes more Nigeria than we, our people. So he is a contributor to our problem, if anybody, you understand what I mean. The people who we like more is Ojukwu. And this Ojukwu, he fights for the liberation of our people. He's more of the Southeast, what they call today South-South. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this. I don't understand why, even though I know it hurts, but why our people, our brothers from the river area capitalizes on what Ojukwu did, and not, what Zeke did, and not what Ojukwu is doing or did. You understand? So that...
1 minute. Let me come in there.
Yeah.
I have a friend. He's a Muslim. There is one word that he normally tells me always. He says, among the Muslim people, if a problem pops up, even though it's as small as an ant, they will drop whatever they are doing to ratify that issue before they will proceed. Because if you ignore that problem will later come back and consume you.
Yes. Okay. Okay, I understand what you're saying. That simply means yeah, that problem, anyway, need to treat it like you just reminded me. Man, like I said, my reason of calling was just to throw more light on what the question you asked, but is like, what that is all about, right?
Okay.
It's just a light.
All
Okay,
right.
my brother. Thank
Yeah,
you very much. Thank
yeah,
you very much for the contribution.
yeah. The story about Eyoita is I didn't hear that he was agitating for independence of Eastern region. I heard about the story. I read about it that he was displaced. Zeke won the election in the Western House, but the Westerners now, will I say, annulled the election. You heard about the carpet crossing. They now annulled the election and chased him away. Well, he was the leader of the party, NCNC, the president, the leader of the NCNC. So they pushed him away that he should go to the east. Meanwhile, in the east, Eyoita had already been elected as the speaker in the east. So imagine the national leader of the party now had been thrown away from the west and asked to go to the east. So what I was told, or what I heard, that when he came to the east, the NCNC, the party now sat down and had a meeting and said, okay, what will happen now? I think they now said Eyoita should either they made another position for him to step down for their national leader who was disgraced in the west, to now be the speaker of the house in the east, while Eyoita will now take another position they created, which I was told that he refused. So when he refused, then the house now said, okay, they will dissolve everything and let every person now come and contest. And of course, Eyoita will not be able to contest with Zeke, seeing the Zeke's status, or his social status and his influence. If Zeke will stand for election in the east with Eyoita, of course, you know that Zeke will win. So since Eyoita did not agree with what the party leadership proposed to solve that humiliating problem, then they had to dissolve everything and say, oh, no, let every person now contest. And that's it. So Zeke now won.
But
Barrister, I wasn't there, and that was I told people are telling stories.
Barrister, you are a learned man. You really learn. You read always. I know that one. But as a barrister, what they did to this Eyoita, is it right?
Okay. Assuming the story we had is correct, and assuming I was in the shoe of Eyoita, the party now said, gentlemen, come, let's have a meeting. Our national leader has been disgraced in the western region.
Yes.
Our national leader won the election in west, but they disgraced him and chased him away to go back to the east. And now he has come to the east, and there is no position for him. But he is our national leader. He is an image. It's like an image. It's like, it's an image of the party. And are we going to disgrace him?
Yes.
Now, let us come down and use political solution. And maybe I have been elected already. Then this national leader comes, and they now say, Emeka, even though you are now the one elected, but can we make room so that you can take another position, even if it means deputy or whatever position they create for me? But let this our national leader, who has been disgraced in the West, let him now occupy this seat as the premier or as the speaker, while I will take maybe deputy or whatever. If I were in the shoes, I will agree.
Why? Barrister, on this, I know you, but on this I will disagree.
Okay, hold on. I said me. If I were
Eyoita,
I will say, okay, I can't compare myself with the national leader because his status is so high. And if I insist on it and we disgrace the national leader, it is the organization that is disgraced.
No, Barrister, you are looking at it in that form. On my own side,
that's what I'm looking at.
On my own side, the way I see it is this: we have Eastern region, as our caller just said. We are suffering because of Zeke today. Zeke left his own territory to go and compete in Western side. That means we mean nothing for him. And somebody that has value for his people contest and win, and they chase him away.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Look at what I'm saying. Listen. Zeke was nationalistic because he didn't understand. He didn't understand Nigerian politics. He went to the West to contest. He thought that he was trained in America, where anywhere you are seen as a citizen of that place. You can contest election there.
He was born in the northern Nigeria, where my own thing are my own, your own are my own.
Okay, hold on. I mean, he was trained in America. Maybe he thought that our politics. Anyway, he didn't understand it. Let me just conclude that he didn't understand it. And now he went to the West, and that was where he contested and lost. Now, if I were in the shoes of Eyoeta, I will take what the party leadership suggested, and then maybe after Zeke, maybe I'll be the next person. If it's me, I'm not saying that's all he should do, but if it's me, I wouldn't like to go into confrontation. I have been offended. People have taken what belongs to me, and I didn't fight. I allowed it to go, because it's me. Some people will fight over it and die and kill each other. But if you are struggling over it, I look at it, I say, okay, go ahead, take. If that's all, like, it makes you happy, Of course, you are eyewitness. People have offended me. They have done so many things evil against me, but I left it. So, I don't support what Zeke did. Neither will I support the grudges to continue from generation to generation. I was telling you something that happened when I went to Akwa Ibom State to meet with the elders. It was a wonderful meeting, in the sense that it transcended from political meeting to religious meeting. The elders told me that actually why they had not been very open to support the Biafran struggle was because of what the Igbos did to them. On that day, Bishop Okoy was there, and me, and some other elders. So Bishop Okoy said something, and they said the story is that the Igbos massacred their people, I think in 18th century, either 18th century or 19th century. They said the Igbos massacred them and cut off their heads, and they described the war as horrible. I remember I had something like that. Somebody from Ohafia told me a story of a war that happened between the Igbos and the Ibibios. I think that either that 18th century or 19th century, around that time, and that the war was terrible, and that the Igbo warriors, either the Abam or Ohafia warriors, the people that fought that war, they cut so many heads that even now they have a machete they call Omerugeb. There's a machete they call the name Omerugeb. They use it to cut heads. That the war was horrible. So when they made this statement, I started remembering a story like that. Then Bishop Okoy made a statement. He said, he's a bishop. I'm also a bishop of Christ the Rock. I'm a Pentecostal bishop. Now he said that it is possible that something triggered up that massacre, because he couldn't imagine how people would just march from Ohafia or march from Abam, go to somewhere in Bibio, massacre the people, and return back to their village in Ohafia or Abam. Because if it's a war of expansionist program, like going to take other people's territory, is after you kill them, you occupy. Is it not true?
Yes,
but,
right. Yeah.
But but they killed and went back to their village in Abam or Hafia side, which means that they were not going to take other people's territory. That means something provoked them to come and attack and go back. That's how Bishop Okoy.
It's a revenge.
Yeah, exactly. That's how Bishop Okoy analyzed it. That yes, they came and massacred these people and went back. They didn't come, massacre them and occupy their land.
Okay, the issue that happened 18 something is still tormenting Biafra land.
Hold on. So after that, when he made that statement, I said it is true. Maybe something they came for a revenge. But it's possible that they did it, they overdid it. That is their revenge. Their vengeance was disproportionate. It's like assuming the BBOs killed one man. They now came and killed the whole village. You know, it's like doing things beyond expectation. You know, it's fortunate.
So that their enemy should not think to come and do anything again.
Okay, you know, it's like killing an ant with a sledgehammer. You know, so, but when we discussed these things, we said, gentlemen, what do we do? They said that this thing is what is actually hindering them. I said, is it not a past thing that happened how many 100 or 200 or 300 years ago? They said no, that even last month, some Biafran activists came to Uyo and damaged the wall, pushed down a fence by mistake. I think their car hit it and the fence fell down.
They remember the past.
Hold on now. And then the owner of the fence came to complain that you pushed down my fence. Do you know the Biafran activist was arrogant and was even threatening what he would do? So they say, imagine. So when I had this thing, I became angry. I became so angry. You see, it means that an Igbo man came, used his car, pushed down your wall, and you complain that he was angry and was even scolding you and was threatening you. Tell me his name, tell me his village. I'm going now to fight him. So I was so angry. But that tells you that even the Igbos have a problem of arrogance.
Yes. Even British complain it.
That is terrible. It's evil.
It's evil.
So, but after we finished, when we talked, Bishop Okoy said, okay, what shall we do? I said, brethren, what shall we do? I said, okay, now, I don't know what my people did, the Igbos, but all the elders of Ibibios gathered here. Are you going to accept my repentance on behalf of my nation? They said yes. So I knelt down in their midst, raised my hand, and confessed that everything my ancestors did, for which you hold grudges against us, I repent on behalf of my ancestors, on behalf of my land, and on behalf of our people. I repent. Please forgive us. So by the time I started praying and all of them started praying and also crying. After me, Okoy, the Bishop Okoy, also knelt down and said he didn't know what they did that made the Igbos to come and massacre them. That please, whatever they did that made us to massacre them, that he's also asking for forgiveness, that we should also forgive. So that the meeting turned into a prayer or crying.
Unity. You're saying unity.
We were praying and crying.
Yes.
So the thing turned into something else. So I think that we should forgive. Let us forgive. Let us forgive. Whatever happened in the past, let's forgive. But Ozemena, that's what I keep saying. Ozemena.
Yeah.
If we forgive, say, okay, I have forgiven you for what? Don't go to do it again. Don't provoke me again. Ozemena. Because if you go ahead provoking me, I'm a human being. I have a limit I can endure, and I can burst. There was a day I was telling you, somebody said something. I said, listen, I'm a human being. I can also be evil, just like any other human being can become evil.
I know. You said it, yes.
Yes.
But Paresa,
please, let's forgive us and
our time is knocking. But before you go, Nigerian people do sing, I will not let you go unless you did what? Unless you bless me. Yes.
Unless you bless me.
Last time I hosted you, an issue pop up about mobbing and UPP. You made us to understand that UPP have tested mobbing, and now they are pulling out of. I mean, mobbing have tested UPP and see there is nothing good there. They are pulling out, but there is something that pop up today. I would like to ask that question directly. It said, Biafra group mobbing backed Chidoka over Anambra governorship. Is mobbing back to UPP again?
Who said that? We have pulled out. We're not backing any person in the UPP.
This is the news, Barrister.
Who released the news? Me?
Vanguard.
I'm the chairman.
Vanguard.
Okay, I am the chairman of mobbing.
Yes, but Vanguard have right that you people are now backing Chidoka.
Did Vanguard get that from me? or from my director general, Rita Nibog?
Maybe they get it from a right source before the right
source. Now they did not. I think what they're doing, what you see, our media people should help us.
That's why we are here, Barrister.
But you are not helping us.
I'm helping you because I want you to clear the air, because this thing is.
Let me clear the air. I want to clear the air. We have pulled out from UPP.
So you are not backing anybody in UPP?
We are not backing anybody in UPP. We are not backing any candidate of UPP. We have pulled out from UPP.
That means because Vanguard is selling fake news.
Just listen. Just listen. Just listen. We are not attacking any personality. We are attacking the process through which the candidate emerged. And we say that process was fraudulent and we cannot be associated with fraud. A situation where the delegates list was manipulated and the names of dead people were put in the list. Names of people that were not in the UPP were put in the list. And even mobbing members were removed. Strange names were now used. And then a candidate emerged as the flag bearer. We said no. We cannot be associated with evil. The person who emerged, we have no problem with him. That is, we don't attack anybody. But the process through which he emerged is fraudulent and we cannot be part of it.
Thank you, Barrister. Thank you. Thank you.
So we don't attack anybody. Chidoka is our brother, but sorry, we can't follow because the process is wrong.
It then means no election in Anambra State.
No, it means that maybe APC will carry it or PDP.
Why APC? That means there is if look, Barrister, if
either PDP, APC, ABGA.
No, Barrister, listen. The UPP promised us that they will carry our portfolio.
Okay.
Today they have played wayo, which we know Nigerian politics is wayo. Then we should say for that Anambra will stand still.
Okay, now listen. I said that we are not supporting any person in UPP and we have not yet chosen a candidate we want to support. But suppose tomorrow we find somebody in any party. I don't mean UPP. We have
a caller.
Let me finish this. Let me finish this. Suppose we find someone tomorrow,
yes,
credible candidate in another party, not UPP. We will support him and we will enter Anambra government house with Biafran flag. We have not lost hope.
Wait. Let's take the call.
Okay.
Hello, the caller on the line. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my brother. They're calling it back again from Canada.
Oh, what? I can't hear you. I can't hear you well.
Can you hear me now?
The line is cutting. I don't know why.
Okay. Are you hearing me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is Osin Deji calling back again from Canada.
Okay, welcome, my brother.
Yeah, you see, the thing is this, you know why personally I follow Nandekan, my personal book is this, because sometimes it seems like there are some things he has seen, just like this barrister has said now. They pulled out of UPP because things have not gone right the way he expected or the way they want. they put their name, all of a sudden, he came back and made a different name. This is why Nnamdi Kanu says they don't want to participate in an election. How do you even imagine that Ojukwu fell election in Igbo land? Is that possible? That is all they want to do for Agbo.
Okay, that's all. Okay, that's all right.
Okay.
That's okay. Now we have decided to use political. That's the fact that you said you believe in Nnamdi Kanu's style, that no, he doesn't want to use politics. That's all right. But me, I believe we shall use political process. So yes, we shall use political process. The fact that UPP disappointed us and we pulled out does not destroy the ideology, the process, or the strategy of mobbing. Listen, I have said, and I'm boasting. Let people know that it's a boast. We shall enter the government house with Biafran flag. Just watch.
Okay.
And not only Anambra State, all the states in Biafra land, we shall occupy it and get Biafran parliament and then pass our bills. Watch and see.
Yeah.
We are still going back.
That is,
my brother, do you have a question or just
my
want to
question is how is Barrister going to achieve this?
I will just watch and see.
Barrister, let him finish. Okay, listen to the question.
How is Barrister going to achieve this?
I will show you how.
Wait.
Barrister, wait.
When all of us know that Nigeria is a citadel of corruption, their school is corruption. Everything is corruption.
Okay, my brother, we have gotten your question.
We have got your question.
They won't allow. They will ring your election in Abuja.
Yeah,
Okay.
wait.
Barrister,
I've gotten your question, and now let him answer the
Your
question.
question is how shall we achieve it? And I'm telling you, just watch and you will see how. We have gone through UPP, it disappointed us, we pulled out. We will get it. Assuming that we compromise, then that means our vision is dead. But because we did not compromise, we pulled out, we are still pursuing our vision, and certainly, we shall enter the government house with Biafran flag. Just watch and see.
Barrister, before we leave, I have another question for you. Do you have any special or good news for your people?
Yes, I want to announce because I told us that we have entered the second phase, the Biafra project phase 2. So we have established and we have created the database for Biafra. All Biafrans all over the world. You can now log into the government website, the Biafra government website, ipobgovernment.org. Log on and enter your data in our database. This database can hold the entire population of Biafrans, over 75 million. Go on and log on and put in your data there. This is part of the requirement of the United Nations, part of the requirement of international law. A people seeking for independence must prove themselves governable, must prove that they can be organized and managed and governed as a people. So this is a very important aspect of our struggle. Go to the website of the Biafran government, ipobgovernment.org, and click login and then fill in the forms and put your data there. And then please, anywhere you are in the world, now identify yourself and start attending the town hall meetings of all Biafrans all over the world. Gather yourselves in town hall meetings of all the Biafrans all over the world. We are operating under the customary law. We have prepared our bill. When the situation is ripe, we'll present our bill to be passed into law in the houses of assembly in the East. The customary government bill will be passed into law, just as the Sharia government bill was passed into law in the North. We shall also pass the customary government bill into law.
Okay.
So gather yourselves together as a people looking for independence. That is next thing. That's what we are doing at the moment.
Thank you, Barrister, for this information. And before we close the chapter of today, Barrister, I would like to ask if it's possible. Is there any possibility in us on air like this? I will recharge my phone and we gather the telephone numbers of the leaders of every Biafra group as we are preaching for unity, and call them in and give them the message of unity that we have for them.
Do I have their numbers?
No, I mean, if I get the numbers, how do you?
Yeah, we are preaching unity. We are preaching unity, and that's it. Even if you don't believe in my method, in my strategy, no problem. Continue with your own. Like the person now who said he doesn't believe in political process. He believes in Nnamdi Kanu's process.
Yes.
Fine, no problem. But don't stop me.
Nobody will stop you, Barrister.
Exactly,
Nobody will stop you.
Don't try to stop me.
And another thing we have to teach our brothers and sisters is this. We are pursuing Biafra. We are not pursuing personal identity or personal likeness. We should identify what we want. And what we want is Biafra. I made a speech here before. I said, when the United States we are declaring war on Iraq, on Saddam Hussein, they did not open only one channel to fight Saddam. They opened up to 7 to 15 channels to fight Saddam. Why must we Biafrans open only one channel, that when the enemies step on it, the light will go off? We have to open different channels, different dimension. Don't like Zebedee, don't like Barrister EMEKA, don't like anybody, but love that nation called Biafra. As our brother says, I will not forget that word. Even though the devil give him Biafra, he will take 2 hands and collect it.
Well, I believe that he was talking figuratively, because any gift from the devil is dangerous gift.
But as a pastor, you will defend that one.
Yeah, because I take it that it's a figurative gift, a figurative speech, that even if the devil gives it to him, he will take. Let me take it as figurative. But certainly, any gift from the devil is devilish, and we will not take it. That's why we don't want to soil our hands. We don't want to use deception to get Biafra. We don't want manipulation to get Biafra. We don't want to use lying. Lie is of the devil. False propaganda is of the devil. And if you use false propaganda to get Biafra, you will be destroyed. So we don't want false propaganda. I have told you, propaganda has an expiry date. So let us speak the truth.
And
Wherever
nothing but the truth.
Yeah, if you are wrong, say you are wrong. I don't know everything. There's nothing like I am holier than everybody. A sinner like me, saved by grace. You know, I'm a sinner saved by grace, because God just forgave me. How can I now say I am holier than every other person, holier than all? How can I say that? No. So if you know you are wrong, accept you are wrong. Humble yourself. So
yes,
don't ever try to use false foundation to get Biafra. Of course, we will not agree. Somebody like me, why did God ask me to join the Biafra struggle? Knowing first, I'm a pastor, the Bishop of Christ the Rock Community, a deliverance minister for that matter. I became a minister of God in 1982. I started ministering. 1982, I started ministering. So I joined the struggle not without knowledge. I have knowledge.
Thank you, Barrister.
So,
God bless
please,
you.
Please, we want to go by truth and truth only.
Yes,
Let us not deceive people more. God bless you all, the Biafrans. Sorry that I've spoken like this, but sometimes can be moved. Sometimes I'm moved like a lawyer to speak. Sometimes I'm moved like a pastor to speak. Please, pardon me that I'm speaking like this. We must get Biafra by truth, righteousness. That's all.
Yes.
Because righteousness exhausts a nation.
Yes.
But wickedness and evil is a reproach to any people.
Yes.
Thank you, God bless you all, for your attention.
God bless you, Barrister. God bless you and your family and everything you are doing. God bless the tongue you are using to teach your people, and bless our own too, in Jesus' name.
Amen.
My people, Barrister have tried for today. We should tell him bye-bye for now.
Goodbye.
Are we going to be online tomorrow, Barrister?
Yes. Okay. Tomorrow is Saturday.
Tomorrow is Saturday, so get yourself prepared. There will be enough and everything will be ready for you by tomorrow. God bless you, Barrister. And,
bless you too.
Bye-bye for now, sir. Bye. Bye. So my people, I have something to add on what. Hello, they call on the line. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Ogazabe, this is BD.
Yes, hello BD. We are still live. Are you listening to our program today?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay.
I wanted to ask a question with regard to the website Barrister gave.
What would you like to ask, please?
Yeah, the website you said is ipob.org. Right?
I think I will ask him and put it in writing so that everybody will see it at the end of the day.
Okay. Okay, because I'm at the I'm at the site now. I can't really see where one can log in and fill the forms he talked about.
At the end of the day, I will ask Barrister to send it in writing so that there will be no mistakes for others, so that everybody will find it in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, my brother.
Okay.
God bless you.
Yeah, all right then.
Yo, bye-bye for now. So, my people, there is something I would like to add before I will close today. You know, what we are doing here is just is to bring our people together, to love each other, because there is a reason why we want to pull out of Nigeria. There is a reason why we said no to Nigerian government. And as we are rejecting Nigeria, as you are rejecting Nigeria, as I am rejecting Nigeria, as others are rejecting Nigeria, what are we doing differently the way Nigeria does their things in this Biafran race? Are we behaving, are we carrying Nigeria along to Biafra land? Are you still carrying the hatred and the killings and arrogancy? Do you have respect for others? We should learn how to do things differently in this struggle of Biafra. We should love one another. We should be our brother's keeper and other things, because Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and other things shall be added unto you. God bless you, and let's dance our motivation. So my people, I thank you for today. I thank you for joining in to listening to our program. I say God bless you and God bless all Biafrans. Wherever you locate, wherever you find yourself, God will see you through and protect you. God will remove any bad news, any bad thing along your way. I said any doors that is closed, God will open it up. Open more than 3, 4, 5, so that nothing will hinder your way in Jesus' name. You will be high more than your enemy. I said anything you touch his hand, God will bless it. And never you allow something to press you down. Be your brother's keeper. Love each other. In Jesus' name I pray. We meet us tomorrow. God bless you and bye-bye for now.
nwanne Makisi ego Iwe newe mu Biafra Iwe newe mu Biafra Iwe newe mu Biafra Iwe newe